After the age of 60, the body no longer reacts to food in the same way it did at 40 or even 50. Metabolism slows down, kidney function may become less efficient, the liver detoxifies more slowly, and the immune system is often more fragile. This means that certain foods we consider completely normal, even healthy, can become dangerous if they are poorly prepared, improperly stored, or consumed in excessive amounts. Today we are going to talk about 5 foods that many seniors eat regularly, but that can become extremely harmful, and in rare cases even life-threatening if not handled with care. The first food is undercooked or improperly stored poultry. Chicken and turkey are excellent sources of protein, which is essential after 60 to prevent muscle loss and support immunity. However, poultry is also one of the most common carriers of bacteria, such as Salmonella and Campylobacter. In younger adults, food poisoning may cause a few days of discomfort. In seniors, it can quickly escalate into severe dehydration, bloodstream infection, or sepsis. The risk increases if the meat is not cooked thoroughly, if cutting boards are not cleaned properly, or if leftovers are left at room temperature for too long. As we age, stomach acid production decreases, which reduces the body's natural defense against harmful bacteria. For seniors, poultry must always be cooked completely, with no pink areas, and stored safely in the refrigerator within 2 hours of cooking. The second food is raw or undercooked seafood, especially oysters and shellfish. Seafood contains valuable nutrients such as omega-3 fatty acids, iodine, and high-quality protein. But raw shellfish can carry dangerous pathogens like Vibrio bacteria. In healthy young individuals, symptoms may be mild. In older adults, especially those with diabetes, liver disease, or weakened immunity, infection can spread rapidly through the bloodstream. This condition can become life-threatening within hours if not treated promptly. Even cooked seafood can become dangerous if it is not stored at the correct temperature. Seniors should avoid raw seafood entirely and ensure that fish and shellfish are fully cooked and sourced from reliable suppliers. The third food is leafy green vegetables that are not washed properly. Vegetables such as spinach, lettuce, and parsley are often praised for their vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. They support heart health and digestion, which are crucial after 60. However, these greens can sometimes carry bacteria like E. coli or Listeria, especially if they are consumed raw and not washed thoroughly. Listeria infection is particularly dangerous for older adults because it can lead to meningitis or bloodstream infections. Prepackaged salads are convenient, but they are not risk-free. Seniors should rinse fresh vegetables carefully under running water and avoid consuming greens that appear wilted or have been stored for too long. Proper refrigeration and hygiene in the kitchen are essential. The fourth food is processed meats, such as sausages, deli meats, and smoked products. These foods are widely consumed because they are convenient and flavorful. However, they are often high in sodium, preservatives, and nitrates. Excess sodium can raise blood pressure significantly, increasing the risk of stroke and heart attack, especially in older adults who may already have hypertension. Additionally, processed meats have been associated with increased inflammation and a higher risk of certain cancers. While they are unlikely to cause immediate poisoning, regular overconsumption can silently damage cardiovascular health over time. For seniors with heart disease or kidney problems, excessive salt intake can be particularly dangerous, leading to fluid retention and worsening heart failure. The fifth food is certain fruits and seeds that contain natural toxins when consumed improperly. For example, bitter almonds and the seeds of some fruits like apricots contain compounds that can release cyanide when metabolized. In small amounts, accidental ingestion is unlikely to cause harm, but concentrated consumption or the use of unregulated supplements made from these seeds can be extremely dangerous. Even common foods like potatoes can become harmful if they are green or sprouting because they may contain higher levels of solanine, a natural toxin that can cause nausea, neurological symptoms, and in severe cases, serious complications. Seniors should always discard green or sprouted potatoes and avoid consuming seeds or kernels that are not meant for regular eating. Beyond these 5 foods, it is important to understand why seniors are more vulnerable. With aging, kidney filtration rate declines, meaning toxins and excess minerals are cleared more slowly from the body. The immune response is less robust, making infections harder to fight. Many seniors also take medications that can interact with certain foods. For instance, high vitamin K intake from leafy greens can interfere with blood-thinning medications if not kept consistent. Grapefruit can alter the metabolism of certain heart and cholesterol drugs. These interactions may not be obvious but can become serious if ignored. Portion size is another key factor. Even healthy foods can become harmful in excess. Drinking too much water in a short time can lead to electrolyte imbalance. Consuming very high amounts of protein without adequate hydration can strain the kidneys. Excessive licorice consumption can raise blood pressure and disturb heart rhythm. The issue is not that these foods are inherently deadly, but that context, quantity, preparation, and individual health conditions determine safety. Food storage also becomes critical. Leftovers should not be kept in the refrigerator for more than 3 to 4 days. Expiration dates matter more with age because the margin of safety becomes smaller. Buffets, street foods, or meals left out for hours during family gatherings may pose a higher risk for seniors than for younger adults. Even mild food poisoning can lead to severe dehydration in someone over 60, and dehydration alone can trigger confusion, kidney injury, or hospitalization. The goal is not to create fear around food. On the contrary, nutrition remains one of the most powerful tools to maintain strength, cognitive function, and independence after 60. The key is awareness. Cook meats thoroughly. Avoid raw seafood. Wash vegetables carefully. Limit processed meats and salt. Discard foods that show signs of spoilage or unusual color. Be mindful of medications and how certain foods may interact with them. Growing older does not mean living in constant restriction. It means making smarter choices with greater attention to detail. A simple habit such as checking the internal temperature of cooked poultry, refrigerating leftovers promptly, or choosing fresh ingredients over processed ones can dramatically reduce risk. Small precautions can prevent serious consequences. If you are over 60 or caring for someone who is, remember that the body deserves extra protection. Food should nourish, not harm. By understanding these common foods and the risks associated with improper preparation or overconsumption, you can continue enjoying meals safely while protecting your health for years to come.